Hey guys, long time no see. No, just kidding. It's not been that long, but it has been a little bit, so I'm sorry. How is everybody? I hope you guys are doing well. Sorry that it's been a little bit. I'm doing fine, just busy as everyone is, I'm sure. Work has been a little crazy. I've been doing overtime still. Just got off work. It's about 7 o'clock in the evening. So I started about 7 o'clock this morning. So, you know, it's been a good 12-hour day for me. Even though I don't have a strenuous job by any means, I don't want to act like I do. It's still, it takes up time. And, you know, then you have all these other things you got to get done. And I have a little friend around here. But yeah, it's just been a lot. So anyway, I'm here now. That's what's important. So I feel like I'm always apologizing, and I'm sorry for that. I need to shut up, don't I? But I got something fun in the mail, and I'm excited to share it with you. So let's get it out here. So I ordered the Dominique Cosmetics. This is the Smooth and Blur setting powder, and I also got the Wide Awake full cover concealer, and I got the blending sponge too. So beauty sponge is what they call it. So beautiful packaging. Let's just admire the packaging here. Like a mauve color, so pretty. Very beautiful. I love neutrals, so I like the packaging. But I'm very excited. She talked about the sponge having like small pores so that you can blend really nicely with it. So I'm excited to use that. I'm excited for the concealer. I got the shade Frappuccino. I have a feeling it's going to be too dark because, you know, I like to put it under my eyes to brighten. So I have a feeling I chose the wrong shade. And then I just got the translucent shade for the setting powder. So here is what the concealer component looks like. And it has a very unique doe foot. So it's the Wide Awake concealer, so it has a metal doe foot, and you're supposed to get, you know, all that you need on that doe foot, but it's supposed to make you look wide awake when you put it on. So I'm excited to give that a try. It looks like my skin tone, so hey, it just will be brightening. And then the setting powder looks really nice. And it just looks like a normal translucent setting powder. I like it when it has just a little bit, it's not bright white, and it has a little bit of like beigey-ness to it. I like that. So I haven't been using a lot of makeup lately just because I work every day from home. I'm not putting my makeup on as much as I normally used to. So I put it on for church, and if I go someplace, you know, of course I put some on, but most of the time I'm not wearing makeup. So it's very rare. So I've not gotten a chance to wear any of this. It'll be a first impression. So let me wet the makeup sponge and we will get started. Actually, let's do eyes first, shall we? Let's just do a quick eye look. So I'm going to take the Rare Beauty Eye Primer. I thought about not doing eyeshadow at all today, but since I don't get to wear it all that often, I kind of need to dip in. And I don't know which Latte Palette to use. Since we're doing Dominique Cosmetics, why not use it? I think I'm going to use the original because I've used this not too long ago. I really like it. So here is what the original Latte Palette looks like. Really beautiful. Love all the shades in here. It's really a great fall palette, but I'm going to use it. We're going to create something beautiful and quick. I'm going to do something I've not done in a while, and I'm going to take this shade here, Vanilla Cream, and I'm just going to set my whole lid with that. I used to do this all the time before I would start a look, set with like a matte cream shade, but I've not done that in a while. Okay, and then next I'm going to take this shade here called Caramel, however you want to say it. That's going in the crease of the eye. I'm going to take this shade here. It's called Hazelnut. and I'm just going to build a deeper crease. I'm sorry, I was watching something, and if you heard that when I was talking just now, I apologize. I forgot to turn it off. Let's do this shade here, which is called Macchiato. I'm just going to take it on my finger, and I'm going to press it on the lid. All right, so just do a little cleanup here. Please tell me I'm not the only person out there who struggles to come to terms with aging eyelids, because my eyelids are getting older and it's harder, like, to change some techniques up because yeah, they're not as young as they once were, and you have to kind of blend a little differently. Yeah, anyway. Complexion, I'm going to use Touch and Soul. The reason I'm doing this is anytime I use new complexion, I like to try to use it in conjunction with something I'm very familiar with. That way, if it's something messed up, I know that it's not what I know and love and have used with a lot of different things. So let me get this. So I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty Easy Drop or Ease Drop skin tint. I want something a little bit lighter, and then I also want something that's a tiny bit on the darker side. So this is not my exact shade, but this is gonna help me with a little bit of a darker concealer. This is the shade 5, by the way. I'm taking the beauty sponge to blend. Moving on to concealer. I'm excited to try out this little doe foot. Very interesting. So I'm going to put this obviously not the correct shade. Let me show you this when it doesn't have anything on it. You see, it's just a metal doe foot. Interesting. Alrighty. I've been breaking out a lot lately. Stress, maybe, I don't know. I wish I'd gotten a lighter shade, but it is what it is. So I don't have a whole lot under my eyes. I know it's very close to my skin, or, you know, my foundation shade, so it's hard to tell, but I don't have a whole lot there. A whole lot didn't come out on the doe foot, honestly. But that might be a good thing for me. Sometimes I put a little too much on. I don't feel like it has like a super full coverage. I don't know if it claims to have full coverage. Yeah, it does. I don't feel it's full coverage. I really didn't have a lot on my under eye to begin with. Maybe I just needed to put more on, because I feel like the second layer did help. So I'll get a little closer so you guys can kind of see. It's looking pretty good, actually. I just had to build it, so maybe I just didn't have enough on the first time. But now I like it a lot more. I feel like I have a better coverage, and it looks really good. I've never found a creaseless concealer, so I do need to set it in order for it not to crease, but it still looks good. So I'm excited. I'm gonna knock on the setting powder. I'm gonna use the sponge for the setting powder as well, so I'm just gonna dip in with the sponge, and then I'm gonna set. I'm gonna go ahead and set the whole face. Got something on my shirt. So I let my under eyes bake. I did set them, and then I just let them bake for a minute because I thought, well, maybe that'll brighten them a little bit. So let's see. Let's dust that away and let's see. It looks good. I don't know that it necessarily brightened like a lot or anything, but it still looks good. Okay, so back to the Latte Palette. I did do my eyebrows while I waited, and that was my normal brow routine. got something on my shirt while I waited. Um, yeah, I think that was it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this blue, which is cold brew. I love cold brew coffee. I try not to drink it anymore, but I love it. Had to give it up, but I love it. I think I'm actually going to take mocha and push that up against the bottom lash line and then buff the cold brew underneath. So then I'm taking the cold brew, which is the blue, and I'm buffing that. And maybe I'll regret it. Okay, I'm gonna do bronzer and blush, all that good stuff, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm finally done. I feel like I'm finally done. So what I did was I used my Milani Sun-Kissed matte bronzer, silky matte bronzer. Had to read it. I used my Milani Luminosa blush. I've been loving this lately and been using it like crazy, so it's so good. Then I used my Jacqueline Flurries highlighter. I love this highlighter. It's so good. It's beautiful. And then I did put a brown liner in my waterline. It's the Epic Wear liner from NYX. And I use this mascara, which is a new one for me to use here. I think I've used it one other time, but it was like a little sample or something that I got from Sephora. So it's the Bite Upswing Full Volume Mascara. So it's definitely a volumizing mascara. It can get clumpy very fast. And that's my only qualm with like volumizing mascara. So I have to be very, very careful with that. But it looks good. I do like it. And for lips, I did my ColourPop Lippy Pencil in So Happy and my Maybelline Lifter Gloss in Sun. So that's what I did for my lips. And I think that's all. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really did. I'm going to just go from like the 3 new products. So the sponge was really good. I liked it. No, it wasn't bad. That doesn't mean that like, because I'm talking about it first, like kind of at the bottom, that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just like, it was the least on the 3, but it's still good. The concealer is great. If it was a different shade, I might like it a little bit more. Just make sure you get enough on there the first time that you don't have to go back in there. The doe foot is very, very unique. That's definitely something I don't have in my collection, is a doe foot like that on a concealer. So I love that, definitely, and I'm excited to continue to use this. So I will use this, and I won't like, it's not like I'm gonna have to be like, oh, I have to go get me another shade. Like, I'll use this, but if I do repurchase, which is a very good chance I might, because I go through concealers. I say that, but my concealer drawer is really full right here. I do go through concealers pretty regularly. If I ever do repurchase, it'll be in a lighter shade. My favorite today was the setting powder, and I have a very high standard for setting powder. Huda Beauty's still my favorite, but this does blur smooth. Like, my skin looks really good. Looks real good. So like, this could be like one of the top 3. Like Nakia Joy, this, and Huda, they're gonna be like my top 3 that I need in my collection at all times. So yeah, I like this a whole lot. This is like, if there's one thing out of this whole collection that I think you need, it's this powder. However, I think the powder is sold out at the moment. I'm sure they're going to restock. This is going to be like a part of their permanent line. Kristen Dominique did a little video. You can go find her on YouTube. I'll try to link her video below, actually. And she can explain a little bit more about her brand and about these products. But I'm sure that this is a part of the regular line, so they'll restock at some point. I will link everything below. But this is amazing, guys. This is truly, truly amazing. It's a tiny bit smaller than like my Nakia Joy is 20 grams. and this one's 8 grams. So it's a little smaller than like a standard setting powder. Where'd my Huda go? Yeah, Huda's 20 grams, Nakia's 20 grams, and this one's 8 grams. So just FYI on that, because I like to tell you about, you know, packaging and stuff, because I noticed it was a bit smaller, but I didn't notice a huge difference, but I just wanted to point that out. So I'm very happy. Everything looked great. I always love my Latte palette. My Latte and Latte 2 are awesome. I love those palettes. They're some of my favorites in my collection. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that it was entertaining somewhat. And yeah, so I'm sorry it's been a little bit. I'm a broken record, I know. I'll try to quit saying it, but thank you for bearing with me, and I'll try to get a little bit more regular in posting, and try is all I can do. So if it doesn't happen, just know I'm still trying. So thank you guys again. I really appreciate you. Hope you're staying safe, happy, and healthy, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.